I don't know what's more exciting. I'll let you share the announcement.
You want me to share the announcement?
You've been on Bricks Bytes
again. News?
Twice in 2 weeks. But this guy has a lot of news.
We have a little romance going, you and I, because we only meet in Paris.
I do like you. I really like you, by the way.
No, we do have we're very proud to announce that Enlaye has raised the $5 million seed. This is
bell, man.
Ring the bell. So we're based out of the Harvard Innovation Labs. They have a gong.
Yeah.
We haven't announced it yet. We are very keen. I think on Monday, the minute we're back in the States, we're going to hit that gong and celebrate with the team.
And the next one will be the New York Stock Exchange.
Precisely.
Yeah.
We're going to IPO with all the others. OpenAI, Anthropic, all of those, right?
Very good. I think we got some few quick fire questions. This was very ad hoc, as we learned this morning you made the announcement, so we quickly stuck you into the program here.
Beautiful.
Maybe let's start with what the business is.
I think people can watch that episode to find that out. But okay, 15 seconds.
Did you do it in 15 seconds? I did it in less than 15 last time.
Go for it.
This is where people can see if I say the same thing. To build this to manage risk, we're an AI native solution that helps you find, manage, and reduce risks on construction projects so that you can get back to building.
That was less than 15 seconds. Very rare.
I've practiced.
He's even sharpened. He's been just spending some of his hard-earned funding on the media training.
Much like AI, practice makes perfect.
That's true.
You can say that about a lot of things in life.
Yeah, very much.
Okay, what do the investors see then? So it's a 5 million seed round?
5 million.
What turned the investors?
So I think there's two answers to this. There's one on the growth trajectory and one on the tech. On the growth trajectory, we do most of our work with GCs right now, general contractors.
In the US?
So we work in 3 geographies, the US, Canada, and France for Europe for now. So transatlantic is my answer. But we believe in a multi-geography poll early on. This guy's just taken us through all of our SOC 2 and GDPR and EU Act compliance stuff.
Welcome to Europe.
It's a lot of upfront work.
Did you believe you would be working on all this when you were founding your company?
I'll be honest, I did not think that I'd be doing this much compliance stuff, but you realize it's very, very important to make sure that everything's nice, safe, and secure, compliant, all your customers feel good about using your solution. So it's good.
Very good. I've contributed and introduced you, CTO, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, this is the guy with a PhD in AI. He's the one with actual authority. You want to introduce yourself quickly?
Yeah, sure. Hey, so I'm Stamati, co-founder and CTO of Enlaye, background in AI computational neuroscience.
Before it was sexy?
Before it was sexy. I mean, I thought it was sexy. So I started in 2017, the PhD, but doing research in the field since late 2014, early 2015.
Real person.
AlexNet era, that kind of stuff, deep convolutional nets. Good times.
And so tell me a bit about what we're going to build on the tech side then.
Yeah, so basically what people are excited about and what we're most excited about here is that we're building the world's first ever real predictive risk intelligence layer for the construction industry. And so what that means is moving away from these more reactive sort of solutions. The industry has a really tough time dealing with things as it goes on. They don't necessarily get to use the lessons learned that they have from their previous projects. Sometimes things, even on a current project, will be analyzed in pre-construction and then kind of lost or forgotten and then surface up again in the middle of execution. And so what we're doing is making use of all that past information to basically better manage, predict those risks before they pop up.
What's the, it might be a random question, what's the probability that the risk that you guys are pointing out, it will happen? Because it's a probability game. If something happened in the past,
absolutely,
it might not happen now to a certain degree. Yeah?
I got a similar question last time in the sense that people think that when you say prediction, people think that you're gunning for 100% accurate every time. Except that when you put together a bid today, you don't exactly know what's going to happen on the project already. You're looking for a spray of outcomes, a list of scenarios, basically. So what we're building here is the AI is not going to tell you the one answer of what's going to happen. It's going to give you a series of scenarios so that when you as a human or as an enterprise make a judgment on the risk you're willing to accept, you're doing it knowing how bad or how good it could be, and you're making a judgment which one you take.
Would you give an example?
Absolutely. So I have several lived examples of risk ones. The most salient one that I can give, I think I told the story, it was a lane closure one, which sounds like a totally boring topic, but not being able to...
Next time you should come to these things and then you will learn the answers to these questions, yeah?
Learn more. I won't tell the whole story again. You can come back on the previous episode to listen to that, but suffice it to say that something as basic as lane closures, right? Putting codes on a street, like that can't be that important. Actually, that determines whether you get access to go build. So if you underestimate the complexities of doing that, that can have massive knock-on effects to your schedule and your ability to produce. But it sounds like something, oh, you know, how much does a cone cost? I'll put that in my budget and I'm done. So it's not about what's the exact cost of lane closure on this one thing. It's about, well, what happens if I'm delayed or the owner doesn't want me to close or there's political backlash because I've closed too long. All of those different spreads. Right now, it takes a human to imagine them, put them in an Excel or an estimate of some kind, and then run that scenario. An AI can be like, I'm going to look at your last 100 projects, everything you've done in lane closures, run all of those and tell you what the spread is. And then a human's still going to decide what value for that risk they put in their risk register or their estimate for that one project. But they're doing it having the power of an AI that's done infinitely more scenarios than what they used to do, and it was just a human running the numbers.
How do you put in this data from the past projects? Because before AI, there was no data.
The Apple's.
I'll go into this. So I'll start with, well, I'm going to keep away from a buzzword, but basically we build networks out of projects. So we'll take project data, basically blow it up and interconnect them, find all the relationships between different
You were going to say
documents.
knowledge graph, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say graph neural nets, but knowledge graphs are part of it.
Which is what your PhD was in, by the way. Networks is what this guy's been working on.
Yeah, network, memory, that learning, that kind of stuff. But basically what we do is by taking project data and structuring it in this format, we're able to have more of an apples to apples comparison of projects. Otherwise, you don't really know if you're looking at an apple versus an orange, right? So
if you just take it as is, you got to do some treatment so that you can compare things.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's the basic, like, under the hood, simplified version of what we do with project data.
And it's also it's verticalized to construction applications, because you can't do that for all enterprises.
My question would be, are there construction companies, large construction companies that are not gathering this information from the AI era onwards?
Yeah, so it's funny because
you know what? I went before they joined. I said it's just like 2 or 3 questions on the fundraise.
No, but we keep
now
opening.
We got this guy
there we
here.
go. I love it. No, but you'll ask. We have this debate internally because there's what if we made practice better now, so that starting, like, if a project started tomorrow, we captured everything and you could do everything. Yeah. That's already very value add, and that's certainly part of what we offer. Then there is but what do I do with the messy old stuff? Because to predict the future, you need to look at the past on these things. So that's why we also don't do all risks at once. We start on commercial, contractor, financial. Those are the risks we start with because they're cleaner to extract out of previous project data. It's harder on drawings and 3D models and that kind of thing. It's easier for the kind of data we're talking about. And from a compute and an expense perspective, it still makes sense financially to go use that previous information. But yes, in the future, if everyone changed to an Enlaye format now and gathered all that data cleanly, it would be infinitely faster. It's just that we've got like 100 years of construction memory to deal with still.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I think there are 2 problems. One is to turn this previous data into something
usable.
Yes. And another one is, how do we make sure we collect all of the data as we go from the moment zero of the project? Yeah?
On that one too, our main thing is we know people don't change habits, or if they do, it takes really long. AI can help do that capture without requiring someone to totally change how they work. That's how we help capture risk moving forward. It doesn't necessarily help with the previous project stuff. But yeah, if we waited for habits to change in this business, we'd wait 10 years before agents came in. So can't wait that long.
Yeah, you said last time we spoke that your edge was solving one thing really well with minimal behavior change.
That's the edge for any startup. Better strategy and trying to do everything at once.
Sorry, what was that again?
Last 2 questions.
Yeah,
okay,
last 2 questions.
Come on, he's going to be here like 3 hours interrogating you guys. Last 2 questions. Where does the capital spend? Okay, where does the capital allocation go, and where does it not go?
Okay, so I'll do the where it goes. You want to take where it not goes? Sure. Okay, so where it goes, first and foremost, go to market. Right now, we've kind of gotten to where right now it's mostly founder-led sales. We've gotten it to this point between 2 of us. We're putting together a go-to-market team. The overall team will double in size by the end of the year. That's also driven by some tech hiring. Basically accelerating growth on the go-to-market side, getting a real team. And then where we're not spending money.
Yeah, the thing that we're not
Tokens.
as
No.
interested in currently is the like the whole generative design part of things. Like I don't think we're going to pour a lot of resource into that. There's big players already in that space, bunch of startups saturating that, and less critical to what we're really looking at.
for now at least.
So we'll stay a little bit away from that for a bit and focus more on our whole predictive risk intelligence layer.
And we have caps on tokens, so we control our tokens.
I'm still trying to work out who this company was that spent 500 million in like the last year or something.
I can't imagine.
People were saying it was Uber, yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, well,
Yeah, they closed the cap, or they stopped using it or something.
Oh yeah, when they looked at the bill, I was like, whoopsie.
Yeah, whatever your payment system was that didn't have a limit when you hit $500 million.
So many questions.
Yeah, so many questions.
Okay, last one, challenge.
Yes.
You have to guess to win a Bricks Bytes hat.
Okay.
Do you know the answer? Maybe you know.
No.
I don't know. Okay, fine.
I don't know the question. So.
Okay. To win a limited edition hat of Bricks Bytes in Paris, you can guess. You have to guess mine and Martin's age correctly. You just like don't. I feel like
Stamati,
bad
you're
asking
better
the
at
question
this.
now.
So do we each get to guess one of you? And
You
get to
could-
vote?
yeah,
Yeah,
Have a
you
guess
can.
each.
You can. Yeah.
We're not going to tell you
Yeah.
whether you're
You
right
guys
till
the same
afterwards.
What kind of question?
No,
he was
wait.
offended by
That's
that.
not good.
No. What kind of? Wow, that would be giving an answer, right?
And now
Partially.
you're biased there, brain, with this response. Come on. What do you think?
No.
Oh, I'm
Didn't give any
terrible
re-
at guessing ages. This is not a good game for me.
You have to
No.
try. You have to try.
Let's see.
We will tell you if you're good or not.
Should I try and make myself look younger? Hold on.
What do you think? You
I can try Owen.
You want to try Owen? All right.
I think you're like around now. You're like 34 or something like that is what I would guess.
I'm Martin.
That's your job.
That's your job.
That's a good question. I don't know. Do you want to say like right around our age? I don't know, 32.
32 is a good guess.
Yeah.
I'm Martin.
Martin,
Martin
32.
32, and yeah.
We're doing a joint answer.
Exactly. You know,
Okay.
co-founders
Well,
co-thinking.
You have been. I can't give it away, but like, not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
Not
Oh,
bad.
do we have to come back to see if we win a prize?
Yeah.
Dude, my freaking average age is going up, man. I don't like this.
Oh,
We're
we're
tallying
in
the
trouble.
results. We're tallying the results.
That's
and
this
then,
French jacket.
When I bought this, my
distinguished.
Yeah.
she said my
Amazon
wife, she's not
t-shirt.
my wife, but we've been together for a long time. She said that makes you look like an old man. So if I take this one, maybe the
Yeah,
average age will go
yeah.
down.
No, if I got it wrong, that's the reason. You tricked me.
Okay, cool. All right,
Gentlemen,
Philippe,
it's been a pleasure.
Stamati,
Thank
thank
you.
you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah. See you
So
again in
fun.
2 weeks. You
Well,
guys for Bricks
absolutely.
Bytes.
Pleasure.
2 week catch up. Thanks, guys.
All the best.